Western media has been known for cooking up weird comparisons and analogies, call it the neo-colonial mindset or sheer inability to understand Indian civilization. The Western liberal media never fails to make egregious and bitter remarks about Indian leaders, from PM Narendra Modi to Home Minister Amit Shah. But in its report about Yogi Adityanath, DW has gone a bit too far. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Tanya, and if you haven't subscribed to TFI English yet, please hit the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon to receive all the recent updates. Coming back to the story, I'll talk about DW's report on Yogi Adityanath, in which the media outlet went a bit too far. Let's begin. Last year, the global media was caught humanizing the Taliban. Remember all the propaganda about to change the Taliban after Kabul fell last year? Now, global media is driving its strange agenda forward, and the next step in the ladder is to target Indian leadership and dismiss it as extremist. Yes, this is the reality of global media, adulating the Taliban and dismissing the Indian leadership as extremist. In a shocking report, Germany's DW has actually dared to call the elected chief minister of the state of Uttar Pradesh a Hindu extremist. In an attempt to reverberate baseless propaganda against Yogi Adityanath in India's leftist ecosystem, DW published a report titled, "Can Hindu extremist Yogi Adityanath become India's next premier?" The propaganda report states, as Uttar Pradesh heads to state elections, minority groups fear more repression if State Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, a populist monk from the ruling Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party, wins another term. And then there was a usual introduction of CM Yogi Adityanath that seemed to focus excessively on his saffron image. The report states, Adityanath's rule has been characterized by Hindu right-wing politics, including a tough stance against cow slaughter and prevention of inter-religious marriages, especially between Hindu women and Muslim men. It adds, the saffron robe-wearing monk has headed the temple of Gorakhnath Mutt since September 2014. He changed his name from Ajay Mohan Bisht to Yogi Adityanath after becoming a monk. But any mention of the developmental work under the Yogi government and enforcement of better law and order is conspicuously missing. DW didn't just lose the necessary courtesy while talking about the CM of India's most populous state, but also ended up making some terrible electoral analysis. It is stated, in the past few months, several ministers from Adityanath's government quit to join the rival Samajwadi Party, signaling unrest under his leadership. It then stated that as per London-based political analyst Arvind Kumar, the departure of senior ministers have given the impression that Yogi only protects the interest of upper caste, particularly Rajput. Kumar added, this episode has dented his image from Hindu leader to the Rajput leader, which is bound to damage his electoral fortune. Now, this is an utterly parochial and biased view of Uttar Pradesh politics. It shows sheer desperation to dismiss Yogi Adityanath as unwinnable, even though he remains popular as a mass leader in the state of UP. The report also claims Adityanath has also come under fire for the Indian government's introduction of 3 laws in 2020 that relaxed rules around the sale, pricing and storage of farm produce, prompting a year of mass protest. The laws have protected farmers from the free markets for decades. Now, if DW thinks that the farm protests are going to affect Yogi's electoral performance, then it is a rather elementary understanding of Indian politics. CM Yogi Adityanath is no ordinary leader. He is the chief minister of a state of over 200 million people. CM Yogi Adityanath's current mandate is bigger than the mandate of all European leaders if we go by the numbers, and he hasn't muscled his way into power. He has won it with sheer conviction and popular belief in his leadership. Now, to call him extremist is tantamount to insulting a mandate given by millions of people. Now, the West can do what it wants. It can make wild remarks about CM Yogi Adityanath. It can also dismiss him as more of a non-entity, but the fact remains that he is the popular choice of India's most populous state, regardless of what the Western liberal media has to say.